In the quiet clubroom, the MC sits cross-legged, carefully placing domino tiles. A week after the school term began, he founded the Domino Club, but his soft sigh reveals he's its only member. He approached a few classmates, but their polite replies lacked genuine feeling. He wonders if a niche hobby like dominoes could ever gain appeal. Imagining a manga with energetic girls playing it might draw attention. The thought grows stronger until he considers sketching such a story himself. The door creaks open and a plump, spirited girl with a mischievous personality steps in, greeting him with a playful "Konnichiwa." His eyes widen at her sudden arrival. As she strolls closer, he jerks in surprise, knocking over his domino setup, sending the tiles falling in a smooth chain. She bursts into laughter, delighted by the graceful collapse, while he is frustrated that she ruined his perfect ending. Wearing a bright grin, she offers a chikuwa as an apology, but he waves it away with a no thank you. Without warning, he blurts out, "What does konnichiwa mean? Is it some trendy class greeting?" In that instant, he realizes she's been joking since her arrival, but he unintentionally snapped at her. Glancing at her, he imagines she might be judging him, yet he smirks, recognizing it's a question he should ask himself. She gazes at him, amusement glowing across her face, and explains the phrase is just part of her playful routine. She remarks that her looks don't leave much of a mark, but he disagrees, saying Machino-san radiates presence. Her expression brightens, surprised he recognizes her so easily. To him, it's clear, they share the same class, she's widely admired, and he recalls her excelling on the swim team, even reaching a prefectural competition in middle school. She's vibrant, cheerful, and could easily be a manga heroine, a dazzling, social girl opposite of his quiet, withdrawn self. With a teasing grin, Machino leans closer, declaring she knows exactly who he is, the boy who slipped to the second string. Nitanda scoffs, knowing she's right. At the entrance ceremony during their first homeroom, the first stain on his high school life appeared. When the teacher called him forward for introductions, he panicked. Still seated, he imagined presenting himself as lighthearted, smiling as he spoke his name. He added excitedly that people say he resembles an archer who drifted to the bench in middle school. But when heavy silence filled the classroom, he froze, quickly ending his speech with a simple, "Nice to meet you all." Machino chuckles at the memory of his clumsy introduction. Nitanda clenches his teeth, admitting it still feels humiliating. He realizes no one joins the Domino Club not because of the game, but because his awkward debut branded him as socially uneasy, someone others avoid. Machino understands he always wanted to be amusing, yet his attempt collapsed. He forces a smile, saying her observation is accurate, though she could be kinder. Leaning in with a mischievous smile, she asks if he thinks she barged in to tease him. Then she wonders if he finds her somewhat charming. He dismisses that, insisting he wants to know why she's really here. She pauses, thoughtful, then casually says she wandered in for a tour. He jolts upright, asking if she's interested in dominoes. Tilting her head, she replies with a playful smirk that her fascination with dominoes matches her fondness for Pizza Hut. Shocked, he reacts to the sudden topic shift, only for her to laugh and admit she's joking. Still amused, she says if he lets her explore the club, she might find dominoes enjoyable too. Perplexed, he asks what she means. Her eyes widen as she bluntly states she's honestly interested in him. Stunned, he leaps to his feet, rushes to the door, opens it and peeks outside, startling nearby students. Slamming it shut, he confirms no one is recording the scene. She bursts into laughter, asking if he assumed it was a prank, calling his reaction priceless, and teasing that he's a great guy. Irritated, he snaps back that he thinks that way because some girls are kind to otakus, but a sporty, athletic girl wouldn't treat a culture club boy like him kindly. Her smile fades as she flares up, demanding what kind of cruel stereotype that is. She points out he's claiming no athletic girl could be kind to a nerd. He raises an eyebrow, questioning if that's what she objects to. She laughs and confesses she's interested in him because his clumsy introduction was hilarious. She chuckles as he struggles to believe it could impress a sports club member. With a sly smirk, she declares his assumption is the real stereotype, boldly claiming athletic girls are practically all otakus. Stunned, he says her statistic sounds absurd, though her mischievous grin suggests she's toying with him. She shakes her head, insisting she's serious, adding he's genuinely entertaining and should be more confident because she'd laugh at anything he says. Her words irritate him further, each claim more outrageous than the last. Yet she continues, explaining that during his introduction, She noticed classmates whispering, calling him cringe, acting superior despite saying nothing clever themselves. Her words hit hard as he realizes people branded him cringe. Her tone softens as she says his courage to bomb his introduction was far cooler than the other's efforts. Touched by her sincerity, he quickly shakes his head, muttering there's something suspicious behind her constant smile. She smirks, assuring him her smile is genuine. Doesn't a charming, athletic girl's beam spark a small flutter in his chest? He scoffs, asking if she'll keep pushing with such self-awareness. Ignoring him, she steps closer and dares him to admit what type of girl he likes. Flustered, he hesitates, but she guesses that his type is an ethereal beauty with a delicate aura, wearing a straw hat and flowing white sundress. She bursts out laughing, saying it's the first time she's heard someone embrace such a pure, no-soft vibe girl. Then she grins and adds another, the nose type. Confused, he demands what that means. She explains it's when he seems indifferent, but a flower petal landing on a girl's nose makes him fall in love. He mutters that the poetic image feels arty, admitting he sometimes thinks that way, but her phrasing sounds mocking. She grins wider, teasing that it's unfortunate the cherry blossoms have already fallen. Watching her smile, he suddenly asks if she laughs like this in class. Her cheeks redden with embarrassment, and she glances at the clock before announcing she's heading to her club. He nods, saying goodbye quietly, a faint longing lingering in his chest. He wonders if she stopped by to kill time or out of pity for his fumbled introduction. Before leaving, she pauses to ask if she can visit again, then answers herself cheerfully, "Of course I will." He stares in shock, protesting that he didn't agree, but she walks off. As she exits, she glances back, flashing a bright smile and promising they'll meet again. At that moment, a cherry blossom petal drifts from her hair to the floor. He bends down, picking it up carefully, his thoughts spinning. Was this a staged joke, expecting him to play the straight man, or pure coincidence? With a conflicted sigh, he puts the petal in his pocket, silently questioning if he's supposed to fall in love now. It is mid-April and cherry blossoms drift gently as the breeze disperses their petals. By the clubroom window, Nitanda feels the cool air brush his face, noting how many students now spend hours glued to their phones. Perhaps, he thinks, the wind's silence clears thoughts better. He wonders briefly if Machino will appear today, but shuts the window and begins arranging dominoes. Suddenly, he startles. She's peeking through the half-open gate. He demands what she's doing, but she grins slyly, telling him to guess. He blurts out it looks like a psycho horror film. Laughing, she compares herself to a cat stuck halfway through a doorway. Stepping inside, she admits she was curious how long he'd take to notice her. Shocked, he asks how long she stood there. Moving closer, she teases he was wondering if she'd come. Grinding his teeth, he insists it was a fleeting thought, but when she presses if it was just a little, he falters, unable to admit she filled his mind. She waves it off, saying her real grievance is that endless video app. He raises a brow, asking if she's having mood swings. She shakes her head, explaining classmates keep filming dance clips at school. He nods, noting her popularity makes her a natural choice for their videos. She admits she enjoys dancing and impressions, but brushes off his question about what impressions, confessing her worry. Not everyone feels comfortable in those clips, though the trendy girls aren't bad people. Something about it unsettles her. He agrees, saying those aware of digital footprints can choose to record, but many students, unaware of smartphones' impact, become tools for others' attention-seeking, which he can't tolerate. She gives a playful thumbs up, calling him a clever strategist. He winces, unsure if it's a compliment or jab, but she urges him to smile, saying his words ease her mind. Relieved, he smiles, glad to help. She gazes softly, calling him mature yet humble, avoiding harsh speech. He laughs nervously, denying it. Pointing at him with another thumbs up, she declares he's a rare, genuine introvert. He shouts, it sounds like an insult, but she teases, asking if he knows she's secretly an otaku who loves that pirate manga series. He tells her to stop making small talk like a hairdresser, but she laughs, picturing his stiff smile. Nitanda realizes the conversation feels like lighthearted therapy. Out of nowhere, she flashes a victory sign, suggesting they record a short clip. He demands why, but she sings playfully that it might help him warm up to people, like chatting with a cheerful hairdresser. To him, it feels like something a party girl would push, but she insists he'll be fine, embarrassment fades, and he'll love the thrill. She begs for one video, promising not to upload it. He refuses politely, apologizing. Irritated, she snaps, asking if he's rejecting her after her build-up, urging him to read the room and accept her validation. Finally, he admits he records videos of domino setups, not dances, showing her one. She calls them plain, eyes sparkling with curiosity. He calmly says plain is fine, it's like a research dingo. Excited, she insists short clips could attract viewers to his channel. He smirks, calling her a pushy marketing consultant. Scoffing, she steps closer until he panics, stammering her name. She grabs his face, shaking it, announcing a shampoo session and demanding he dance. He stammers he won't submit, but she grins, ending the shampoo and reminding him she's a proud otaku. She snaps, yelling at him for not dancing, while he asks why she even wants to. She shouts there's no reason, she just wants to. Noticing her adorable pout, he gives in against his better judgment. She demonstrates moves, then pulls him into recording. After, she eagerly asks how it turned out. Sitting beside her, he watches, noting her smile is childlike, but her dancing is sharp, almost expressionless, yet cool. She grins, calling it her favorite video yet, saying sharing this memory makes her happy. He smiles, admitting he's glad she enjoyed it. Saving the video, she skips off to her club beaming. Alone, he sits in disbelief, never expecting to film with a classmate. Scrolling through other dance clips, he blushes, realizing most are couple videos, wondering if this was her plan all along. Nearly a month into high school, with minimal training and barely knowing their teammates' names, the volleyball tournament ends as quickly as it began. Nintanda wants to hear Yagi's thoughts post-events, so he drops into a chair, calling it a good question and teasing him as interviewer Cat. Yagi explains their coach urged them to stick to their soccer style, but the players only stared silently, unconvinced, having no defined style to begin with. Nintendo asks if this reflects the school's odd logic, holding a sports event right after enrollment. Yagi agrees, questioning why waste effort on a volleyball tournament now, with the sports festival set for October. He grumbles about the school favoring athletic clubs. Nintanda just smiles. Nintanda studies him, recalling Yagi's in his class. Paired as leftover extras in PE, they started talking and bonded, likely because Yagi, in the broadcasting club, shares Nintenda's calm, culture club vibe. Despite Nintenda's disastrous first-day self-introduction, Yagi acts like it never mattered. Distinct in personality and appearance, Yagi has become a true friend. Curious, Nintanda asks if Yagi watched the girls' matches. Yagi beams, saying he did and picked a favorite, Yukide from the basketball team. Her small but fierce aura and bouncing golden hair captivated him as she moved across the court. Nintanda cringes at his eager look, calling it creepy, but Yagi rambles on, asking if Nintanda noticed what happened when she passed the ball. Nintanda mutters he barely heard it, and Yagi insists that faint sound is what makes her charm pure and genuine, written into her nature. Nintanda remarks that if they're discussing the basketball team, Yagi's ignoring him. Still, he admits Machino's impressive too. Yagi dismisses her as loud and playful in class, but says she radiates a fierce, jockey-like intensity in matches, possibly a hidden heroine. Nintanda warns him not to say such things, but Yagi snaps, demanding what his problem is and asking if he dislikes girls with hidden fangs. Bewildered, Nintanda doesn't understand. Yagi explains it's a shy canine tooth, speculating Machino was a hyperactive kid with a bandaged nose, her fangs sharpening to match her sports club spirit. Nintanda scoffs, saying there's no proof for this wild claim. Yagi continues, noting her fang now feels wasted, as Machino resembles a delicate, idol-like beauty. Nintanda cuts him off sharply, shouting not to go there. Annoyed, Yagi retorts, asking why Nintanda acts like a jealous guardian or overprotective boyfriend, but he denies it instantly. The door slides open and Machino steps in, teasing with a sly grin that Nintanda sounds like he call his crush partner or his nagger master. Nintanda forces a stiff smile, saying they'll discuss her odd remarks later, then asks why she's here. Yagi, surprised, yells at Nintanda to explain why a sports club heroine is in their shabby culture club room. Machino, puzzled, says she came to find them since they skipped class, inviting them to the post-tournament gathering. Yagi, still gripping Nintenda's collar, releases him and slumps back, muttering the tournament was just for athletic clubs. Nintanda adds that culture club members like them seemed excluded. Machino grows angry, demanding who said only athletes belong. She insists it's not about clubs. Frustrated, Yaji asks if Benny and Yukide are attending, then dashes out, shouting the real tournament starts now. Nintanda stands frozen, stunned by his energy, when Machino sharply calls his name. He blurts out she was amazing in the basketball match. She thanks him softly but sighs, admitting the loss stings. Noticing her disappointment, he offers a faint smile, promising to train next year to avoid dragging the team down. Machino apologizes if he thought she implied that, insisting it's not true, then warns she's about to give a serious lecture. He jokingly says he'll boost his athleticism next year, but she shakes her head, stating that's not the issue. The tournament's purpose, she explains, is fun and bonding, not competition. The real effort belongs at the after-party. Nintanda stiffens, admitting she's right. Irritated, she demands if he's serious, pointing out they're overthinking things. He trembles, asking if she overheard Yavi's interview from the start. Machino extends her hand, firmly telling him to join the after-party. He hesitates, staring, until she jumps with excitement. Embarrassed, he stomps his foot, reluctant to take her hand, yet he attends his first-class after-party. At the booked karaoke place, the class is nearly exhausted. Nintanda doesn't bond much beyond Yaji, but the night isn't bad. Machino, brimming with energy, laughs and buzzes with excitement throughout. She turns to Nintanda with a teasing canine smile, making him flush red. Yaji notices and asks, "What's wrong?" With a pounding heart, Nintanda mutters, "Canine tooth. The late May air is hot." Nintanda grips his shirt as rain starts to fall, a sign the rainy season is near. The long holidays vanished quickly, and recent humid days have been suffering. Exhaling, he notes the summer uniform starts tomorrow. He wonders how Machino will look in it, feeling a pain knowing today is her last in the winter uniform. Suddenly, she appears in a maid outfit, startling him. His eyes widen, panic rising as he wonders where to begin. Hesitating, he asks why she's dressed like this, embarrassed by the thought he might secretly like maids like other boys. Yet he admits her playful gaze feels teasing but not unpleasant. With a confident smile, she announces she's testing a role play. She's the maid, he's her customer. He grins awkwardly, saying it's sudden but fine. Snapping her fingers, she declares she's home, calling him master. He stammers, unsure of maid etiquette, but welcomes her back. She sits gracefully, explaining the girls at her cafe job clash over otaku regulars' attention, posting harsh comments online, draining her energy. He marvels, saying she's nailing the maid fantasy. She laughs, assuring him she'll handle the cafe's finances and urging him to focus on his band. Overwhelmed, he finds the role play absurd. Suddenly, she panics, asking if he needs another 30,000 yen, new band gear, or wasted the last loan on Pachinko. Flailing dramatically, she begs him not to hit her. Lost, he wonders how to join her chaotic sketch. Apologizing, he admits his culture club heart can't keep up. Leaning forward with a mischievous grin, she asks if he's heard people call romance a waste, yet date spots are crowded with couples, like complaining a bakery only sells bread. He agrees, noting many dates secretly. She sighs, wondering if she's doomed to stay single. He reassures her that won't happen, certain of it. She looks beautiful, he thinks, though she jokes she'll marry anyone if no maid-loving man appears. He wishes she'd phrase it cooler. Shrugging, she admits she tested his maid-loving side. Teasingly, she asks if he wants a ketchup heart on his omelette rice. Confused, he asks why she mentions Chikuwa. He adds she looks stunning in the outfit. She thanks him warmly as he blushes, embarrassed by his words. Another girl enters, spotting Machino and excitedly asking what she's doing. Machino's face brightens, calling her Benny, while Nintanda whispers in shock that another maid appeared. Benny, their classmate with Northern European features from her mother, is sensitive about assumptions she can't speak fluent Japanese, often using exaggerated, foreign-sounding speech around strangers. Machino smirks, squeezing Nitanda's hand, whispering that if Yukide calls him master, he might fall harder for maids, then asks her to do it. Yukide speaks in her dramatic accent. Machino tugs her arm, asking Nintanda what he thinks, insisting her antics are impressive. He admits they're charming, but says Machino's the most beautiful. Yukide stiffens, surprised they seem close, having never noticed them interact in class. Nintanda feels uneasy as she avoids his gaze. Machino assures her it's nothing hidden, just rare chances to talk, like school couples who avoid public chatter. Nintanda flinches at her example. Yukide beams, asking if they're secretly dating. Machino denies it, flustered, admitting she wouldn't mind, but clarifies that's not what she meant. Nitanda explains it's like tennis doubles partners walking home together but separating with friends. Puzzled, Yukide is called away by a friend. She turns back, teasingly calling him master again before leaving with a grin. Left behind, Nitanda wonders why they're dressed like this. His friend bursts in, shouting the school is swarming with maids. Nitanda asks what's happening. His friend explains someone found old festival costumes, and the girls tried them on, spreading like a playful zombie outbreak. Nitanda smirks, knowing who started it. His friend warns there's no time for dominoes, as teachers are hunting maids, and he won't let anyone near Yukide. With a resigned sigh, Nitanda steps outside with his friend. Looking at the maid-filled school, he didn't realize the rain had stopped. The maid commotion from yesterday settled, and soft afternoon sunlight fills the after-school clubroom with a warm glow. Nitanda arranges dominoes, a cup of tea beside him, savoring the domino club's silence. Leaning back, he feels a gentle breeze, when Yaji bursts out laughing, teasing that his setup looks like a retirement hobby. Nitanda chuckles, admitting he'd likely still do this when old. His friends stare in disbelief, asking why he talks like that at 16. Grinning, he reminds them it's early June, so most are still 15. He wonders quietly when Machino's birthday is, hoping it hasn't passed. Yaji, with exaggerated disbelief, asks if he's really a high school boy. Nitanda firmly confirms he is. Yaji insists that at 16, boys feel a primal urge for the sea. Baffled, Nitanda asks what that means. Yaji explains it's the pull to hit the beach, watch girls in swimsuits, or at least try to flirt. He describes waking at 5, biking half asleep, and failing to approach even a plain girl, ending up at McDonald's for a regret-filled reflection. Nitanda frowns, noting Yaji calls it a cringe phase yet labels it radiant youth. Yaji exclaims that awkwardness is the youth he craves. Nitanda muses yesterday's maid uproar was youthful enough. Yaji shouts for him to skip club and join him at McDonald's, claiming that's what best friends do. Nitanda protests, refusing to be baited just for the label. He tells Yaji he's not skipping. Frustrated, Yaji calls him stubborn. Nitanda explains dominoes took him like Pokemon or Minecraft. Why not invite Yukide since she's in Yaji's club? Yaji scoffs, joking that her foreign upbringing demands a tuxedo and limousine. Nitanda counters that not all foreigners are celebrities and limos come with drivers. Yaji insists that without a limo, Nitanda should join him at McDonald's. Machino walks in, and Yaji freezes, asking why she's here. Nitanda says they've been hanging out. Yaji mutters, puzzled, that this explains Nitanda's clubroom obsession. Machino clarifies it's not like that, she just enjoys chatting before her club. Yaji, still confused, senses a cozy, under-the-bridge vibe. Machino asks what he means by under the bridge. He explains he's planning a McDonald's trip post-club and invited Nitanda. Machino wants to join, intrigued by overhearing a random girl's story that might get posted online without consent. Nitanda asks if she means those McDonald's GK stories, doubting their authenticity. Yaji asks if she'll come. She pauses, then declines, saying her club teacher would be lonely without her. Yaji says he loves post-school McDonald's. It's the best kind of wasted time. She nods, understanding. Nitanda watches, irritated and jealous at their easy bonding. He blurts out that dominoes are fun too. Yaji announces he's heading home and leaves. Nitanda blinks, caught off guard. Machino remarks that Yaji seems like he'd use a dragon print calligraphy set. She notes he planned a McDonald's trip just with Nitanda, but included her to avoid exclusion. Nitanda doubts his own maturity, nervous about her skirt's position. Machino continues, noting that post-Golden Week, everyone seems more mature. Nitanda agrees, seeing changes in behavior and clothing, feeling childish compared to cooler guys. Machino scoffs, saying everyone's acting grown-up, though they were recently rolling pill bugs together. He admits he can't tell if she's serious or exaggerating. She swings on the chair, confessing romance feels out of reach. He agrees, feeling the same. She teases she'll be more popular than him. He protests, feeling left behind. Smiling, she says her pace is just faster, but lets him catch his breath here. He asks if she means him. She replies everywhere else feels suffocating. Falling silent, she apologizes for sounding deep, insisting she has no heavy worries. He questions if her expression was genuine. She stands on the chair, saying the clubroom feels comfortable, as Yaji noted. Nitanda promises to air it out often. She agrees, then says she's off to her club. Before leaving, She suggests they go to McDonald's together next time. He watches her go, clenching his fist, realizing even a small promise feels significant. This wasted time, he thinks, is something he'll miss in 10 years.